right, I just launched at one of my favorite marinas, Campos in Shell Beach. I'm in some new water, looking for some new fish. Come along with me. All right, I've got a brisk southeast wind. It's blowing right here. So I'm gonna let it kind of push me along this shoreline, and I'm gonna throw my favorite, or one of my favorite spring search baits, this gold blade with a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head and a shrimp creole matrix shad. What I really like about this bait is redfish love it and speckled trout love it. You wouldn't think it'd be a trout bait, but I've caught so many trout on this concoction. I just love it, particularly in the fall. I don't know why. It's just a great fall search bait for speckled trout. And of course, bass love it as well. The area I'm fishing, the salinities are pretty high, so I wouldn't expect to run across any bass, but crazier things have definitely happened, so we'll see. Water clarity is about a 7 or 8 out of 10. Not absolutely perfect, but it's pretty darn good. And I'm strictly in search mode. Don't have any intel or anything like that, just out looking for fish. Definitely the windiest day I've fished in a while. And it's currently, what is it, noon? High noon. Got a late start intentionally today to fish a falling tide. It is falling now. It'll be falling probably the rest of the day, at least till about 6 p.m. So hopefully we can find something. Love, love, love trips like this. Don't have any expectations, just coming out looking for fish. And you know, if you've fished anywhere around Southeast Louisiana this summer, it's been scorching hot and fishing's been really tough. Water temp right here is 87, really not too bad compared to what we've had this whole season. Water temps have almost exclusively been in the 90s. Highest I've seen was 97, which is insane. Oh, well, something hit me. I think it was probably a needlefish. Needlefish also love this bait. They just peck at the blade. You know, redfish have been really tough to come by in South Louisiana lately. By far the worst redfish action I've seen in my 45 years of fishing down here. If you saw a short I published last week, or maybe this week, published recently, I ran across a bunch of undersized fish on my last trip. So that was really heartening, really good to see, because those fish have been non-existent the last few years. So maybe things are gonna pick back up. I'd definitely love to run across a couple reds today. I haven't been keeping any of my reds really for about the past year, just because there's just not enough of them. Been tagging them and letting them go, but I may actually keep a red or two today. My wife has requested redfish. It's been so long. That's if I'm fortunate enough to run across any. Definitely is not a guarantee. 20 years ago, day like today with these conditions, you would say redfish were a guarantee. It would be difficult not to catch your 5 reds. Nice cove with a cut behind it right here. Definitely a good looking spot. Ooh, beautiful water coming out of here. That water's a 10. Could definitely see a red if there was one there. Okay, that's a good sign. That means all this water's gonna be there pretty soon. I like what I'm seeing. Oh, man, I got smoked. Needlefish, I see him. Oh, goodness. What was that? That was not a needlefish. That was a good hit. I just missed him. Give you an idea how clean this water is. Look at that gar. Hopefully you can see him right there. Shame he's not a red. Ooh, I just threw in a red's head. Look, there he is. He's right behind it. Dadgummit. Dadgummit. Oh, he was right behind it. He was right at the Trenas mouth. Shoot. I don't know why he didn't hit it. Maybe he saw me. He might have seen me. He was also a little spooked because I threw in his head. Didn't see him there. Well, nice. Look at that. What is that? There's a lot going on at that Trenas mouth. So that redfish tells me a lot. I've been fishing for, I don't know, about 35 minutes. That's the first fish I run across definitively. Oh my goodness, look at all these reds under the boat. Look at all these reds under the boat. Look at all these reds, there's a million. There's a million redfish. Oh goodness, there was a million redfish. Oh my goodness, look at the dust clouds. Oh, a bunch of fish looked at my bait and would not hit it. Of course, at that point, they probably knew I was here. Oh, look, there they are. Let's see if we can get one to bite. Those are big fish. Oh, there he is. All right, there we go. We got one of them. Spot lock. Those are big fish. Those are not small reds. It was a school of about 20. Definitely the type of thing you love to see. And I told you I wanted to keep some reds. I don't think I'll keep this one. This one's gonna be on the big side. I was just about to say that I think most of the fish are back in the marsh. It'll come out once this tide gets a little lower. But man, seeing that many fish disabuses me of that. All right, dude, come on. I'm not gonna horse you. Just wear yourself out. If I'm lucky enough to land this fish, I'll just stick a tag in him and let him go. I already saw his blue tail. He's all lit up. Good sign, good sign. Love to see it. I'm gonna say, just from looking at him from here, 24, 25 inches. I don't think he's an over. He could be. He might be. He might be an over. He might be an over. We'll see. Maybe we'll see. We're lucky not to land him. All right, we got him. We got him. That's a big brute. That's a nice redfish. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's about 27 or so. We're gonna tag him and let him go. There he goes. All right. All right, that was awesome. I was on top of those fish before I even knew they were there. School of about 20 reds. Fortunately, some of them peeled off over here and they weren't spooked. I got to throw to them. One of them hit me, I missed it, and then another one hit. Just awesome to see. Really, really glad to see that many reds. And things should only get better as this tide moves along. When you have that many fish in a school, if you don't spook them, you're almost certainly gonna catch one of them because the competition factor. They all wanna hit that bait before the other one can. And the fish I landed had the bait way deep in his mouth. He wasn't letting it get away. The fish weren't right on the surface, so I'm guessing it probably didn't come out on video how big that school was. Obviously, I'm wearing polar. Oh, it's a big black drum. Oh, it's a big gar. Big monster gar. Don't hit my bait. Don't hit my bait. All right, there's a red. Oh! There he is. He bumped it once and missed it. And then he came back and got it. Obviously. What a treat. What a treat. So nice to run across these fish. Now this is one, if I do get in, I will probably throw him in the ice chest. He looks to be about a 19, maybe 20-inch fish. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I saw him right after I made the cast and kind of pulled the bait over his back. And I'm gonna net him just to be sure. There we go, so I'm right into the net. Such a pretty red, gorgeous. You can tell this fish was back in the marsh for sure. He's really pretty. Yeah, he's about a 19-inch fish, maybe 20 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and keep him. I can't believe I'm keeping a red. First red I've kept in quite a while. I gotta keep mama happy. My bait's definitely mangled. This spinner, smart man probably retie, therefore I won't. Such a fun style of fishing. Highly recommend it. Things would be very different if this tide were rising. This water would not be nearly this pretty. It's getting prettier by the second. There's a rim of clean water right along the shoreline. And it's getting bigger and bigger as this tide continues to fall. That red was riding high. He looked like a stop sign. I'm definitely not the world's best sight fisherman, not even close, but even I couldn't miss him. You know, we had a really dry summer here in South Louisiana. And this is an indication as to how dry it's been. Look at this jellyfish. I mean, that's like a legit jellyfish with stingers and everything. And you only see those in high salinity water. Salinity levels are definitely up. Over the past few years, I've caught a lot of bass out of Shell Beach, but I don't expect that to happen this year, not with these salinity levels. Those fish can handle up to about 5 ppt, and then they really have problems. And what really regulates the salinity levels in the marsh is rainfall. And it was a super dry summer, really for 4 months. Really, really dry. Super hot and super dry. All right, this wind's really picking up. It's blowing right this way. I think I'm gonna scoot to the other side of this lake and work my way back with that wind so I don't have to fight it. Hopefully there's some fish on the other side of the lake too. We're about to find out. We're finna find out. All right, I'm on the other side. I'm gonna kind of work down the shoreline. Unfortunately, I'll be looking into the sun. Basically, the wind's blowing into the sun, kinda. So it's gonna hinder me from seeing any fish. But I'm not a great sight fisherman anyway. I'm just out here blind casting. This is the windward shoreline, which makes casting easier, but boat control tougher. We're also a lot noisier over here. Trying to stay farther off the bank. This water's just getting special. I mean, really, really pretty. Oh, there's one. Oh, you a red? You might be a trout or a small red. Yeah, you're a small red. All right, that's good. Another of these small reds. Love it. Love to see it. So hopeful for the future. Long, skinny fish. I can see why you were hungry, dude. All right, we're gonna tag him and let him go. That's a fish I'm really, really glad to see. And it's one I'd really love to see where he goes and how long it takes him to grow. He was 13 inches, 3 inches below legal size. The limit is still 16 in Louisiana, although that's possibly gonna be changing soon, we'll see. Hopefully, I hope it does change. You know, early in my fishing career, like everybody born and raised in South Louisiana, I was a speckled trout fiend, hated redfish. Can't say I hated them, but couldn't really care less about them. Oh, goodness, what was that? Oh, oh, oh. How'd you miss it? Oh, goodness. It was a redfish. Oh, he ate my tail. That's how he missed it. He just grabbed the tail of the bait. I saw him plain as day. It's about an 18, 19 inch fish. Shoot. All right, we got to change that out. But anyway, I've grown to have much more respect for redfish. I guess particularly now since they're tougher to catch. Used to be so easy. There's another jellyfish. Wow. But they're really a great game fish. Obviously fight super hard, and they're much smarter than I used to give them credit for. Now, this little bayou here is dumping water. It is dumping water. Gorgeous water too. I'm gonna poke my nose back there, see if we see any reds. Just got a good bite, but it may have been a needlefish. It is bucking this southeast wind. There's one. What are you? I don't know what you are. I have no idea. I have no idea. Another small red, speckled trout, and another small red. Love it. Love it. To be honest, these fish make me happier than the slot fish because it just kind of confirms what I found last week. Just a whole lot more little reds in the marsh. This one's a little smaller than the last one, maybe about 12 inches or so. All right, if you catch him, turn him in. If we know how much he grew. See you, dude. Appreciate the fight. Get out there and grow. Oh, missed another one. And then another one. I'm getting lots of hits today, and I'm just kind of attributing it to needlefish. I know some of them are needlefish because I've seen them, but I bet some of them are these little reds. Oh, there's a little mouth here. I didn't even see it. That's why there's a few fish there. This is a beautiful little bayou. Not very deep, just 2 feet right here. The water coming out of it is special. And another one. I don't know. Needlefish, little reds, don't know. There he is. There he is. Another red. Oh, that might be a keeper. Nope, nope, he's not. But it is a nicer one. Oh, came off. So look, that's that Tranache right there. Oh, and that's our redfish. Trying to swim in the air. You're not gonna be successful, bud. All right, let's get a tag in you. All right, bite for somebody else. When you're legal. Look at that big gar. Monster. Look how well you can see him. Prehistoric freak. Oh, there's a red. Oh, shoot. He hit it and missed it. He's still there. That was a good keeper red too. 2 monster gar. Oh, there he is. That's a red. That's a red. I think it might be another little one. He bumped it, he missed it, and then he didn't miss it. All right, don't mind dealing with these guys at all. These fish will be legal within a year for sure. Thanks for the fight, dude. See you next time. All right, took a little break, switched back to the other side of the lake. Just a whole lot easier to fish here on this lee side. I can see a whole lot better too. I also changed my bait. That other one got destroyed. And when I licked my line to lubricate it, I tell you what, Lay's has never made a potato chip as salty as this water. Those jellyfish are not here on accident, that's for sure. It is salty. Ooh, there's a fish. That's another baby red. Well, maybe not. Maybe not a baby. All right. I don't think he's 16, but man, he's a pretty fish. Pretty fish. Sight for sore eyes, no doubt about it. Man, dude, I didn't let you fight long enough, huh? You're still feisty. Look how pretty with the spots. Beautiful fish. All right, swim off. There you go. Yeah, I'm convinced now that a lot of the bumps I'm getting, certainly some are needlefish, but probably the majority of those little reds. That fish hit it, missed it, and came back and hit it again. It felt just like all those other hits. Man, I threw on that fish's head. Good, oh, there he is. Good Lord. Another little red. I think there's a whole bunch of them in there. I think there's a bunch. I don't think that's the same fish that darted out. Just an explosion of these fish. Nature abhors a vacuum, right? And there's been few reds around, so these are taking the place, filling that vacuum. Smaller than most. It'll be legal soon. Oh, missed him. Oh, there he is. Didn't miss him. I love it. I'm not disappointed that these fish are undersized in the least. Just so glad to be running across these little reds. It just confirms what happened on my last trip. Man, the future looks bright. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a video. Great day today with some beautiful fish in the slot and a whole bunch under the slot. Just so heartening to see. Those fish should be legal before too very long, and it's absolutely a bumper crop. Just great news. Well, here's 2 videos that YouTube thinks you would like, and down here is a subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, would definitely appreciate it if you would. Lots more great videos to come this fall and winter. Can't wait. And if you enjoyed the video, definitely would appreciate you giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with somebody else you think would also like it. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marsh Man Mass On.